I want to say just one thing, and listen to this, how beautifully things work. Look at Allah's power, how He makes things come to be. You will be amazed if you have never thought of this point. There are two opinions now in Muslims. Either the Prophet appointed someone, or he didn't appoint someone. Those who say he appointed someone, they say he appointed Ali bin Abi Talib. There is not a single Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. There is not a single person who mentions any other name besides the name of Ali. If there is any Muslim of any madhab, of any sect, who believes that the Prophet appointed someone, they only believe it was Ali. There is no second name that is given out in history, that the Prophet mentioned this person, right? So if you go by those who say the Prophet appointed someone, then the name is Ali. If you go by those who say the Prophet did not appoint someone, their initial premise is that the Prophet did not appoint someone because he wanted the Ummah to decide who to appoint. The Ummah to come together and unanimously vote for one person. Now the irony and the beauty of this thing is that even by that yardstick, the only person who qualifies is Ali. Think about this for a minute. The Caliph Abu Bakr, I told you. Okay, we're not here to curse, abuse anybody. This is history. The Caliph Abu Bakr was chosen at Saqifa amidst a lot of disagreement. There was no unanimity there. Because Sa'ad bin Ubadah, a very prominent member and Sahaba, was opposing it. His son Qais opposed it. Habab bin Mundhir, who was there, opposed it. Zubair bin al-Awam opposed it. Imam Ali opposed it. The Banu Hashim opposed it. The Khazraj tribe opposed it. So there was no unanimous vote for him. The Caliph Umar was appointed by Abu Bakr on his deathbed. So there was no, again, unanimous vote by the Muslims. The Caliph Uthman was appointed by Shura with 5 or 6 people. Now the Caliph Uthman was murdered and he did not stay for any time. He died immediately. So there was no time for him to appoint anyone. The Muslims thronged at the door of Ali and said, you have to be our Caliph and our Imam. And he said, wait for 3 days and think about it. After 3 days, they still came to his door to the point that Ali says in Nahjul Balagha, they almost crushed my toes. After Ali, there was again never a vote like this for the Banu Umayyah and Banu Abbas. The only person who opposed Ali was Muawiyah in Damascus. But all the other Muslim regions voted for him. So even if you go by the measure that the Prophet did not appoint anyone, and he wanted the Muslims to unanimously decide on someone, out of all the caliphs who have come in Islamic history, the only person who fit that bill was Ali bin Abi Talib. Salawatullahi wa salam alayhi. Salli ala wa ali Muhammad. So Allah works in mysterious ways. And inshallah tomorrow night, I will again talk to you the issue of imamat from history and give you ample evidence from history why and how many times Ali was appointed. How many times? See, just before coming to the mosque, I was watching the Ahlul Bayt channel, and somebody asked a question to one of the scholars there and said, if Khilafat was so important, why did the Prophet wait until his deathbed to ask for a paper and pen? Why didn't he appoint months ahead or years ahead? I will tell you tomorrow night how many times he mentioned Ali. The fact, it's a good question, but the fact that the Prophet mentioned, give me a paper and pen, shows that even the Prophet was losing hope that people will follow his previous instructions. And it goes beyond that. Tomorrow, inshallah, during the day, we have paying tribute to the Prophet.